Well, my path, okay, I was a sinner. I was a sinner all the way up to the day that He took the last sin away. 29 years I followed Him as a sinner. Okay? I didn't know the love of God. I didn't have the love in me. I didn't understand it. I didn't know who I was. But I followed Him. It's this love. He gives you the faith is actually a piece of His love. That's all it is. You get a taste of His love. Just enough. Just enough to know that He's someone special. That He's unique. That He's not of this world. That He's different. And it connects you. Okay? Now you're connected with Him, with His love. And from that point on, every time He comes to you with a command, then you do it. You do it. It's not like you don't want to do it. You do it. You just do it. He'll have you go on the floor and go into a confession period, okay, or repentance. It doesn't make any difference. There's all kinds of different ways he comes to you and different commands. It's never the same thing. It's always a different kind of command, and it's always unexpected. It's always bam, there He is with a command. Okay, obey Him. No, you could be in the middle of a crowd. I was at church a few times when He got me involved in Christianity. I was in church, standing up there, and He used a minister who was like speaking about. He was just a guest minister come in, ministering about something he learned. Well, He used that minister to get me up there. And then, bam, I was on the floor, screaming and hollering in pain, and going through this. Oh, it's just a crazy experience. Now, everybody was around me was like, wow, what's going on? What's going on with this guy? Why is he on the floor? They got scared. They didn't know what was going on. It happened to me 2-3 times in a crowd. Now, it wasn't really for them. It was for me. He was humbling me. He was showing me humility. He's going to do it in front of people. He don't care. Not at all. He's going to make you feel like this small. That's what He wants to do. He's making you follow Him. That's the love of God. That's His love. That's the way He does things. He wants you to have all His love, the knowledge. And that's where He's drawing you to. And so every time you obey His commands, you feel a little more of His love. Or you experience more of His love. Because the feeling is sometimes anger. I experienced anger towards Him. And that's just that human emotion. That's that pride coming out. I never felt love for God, this lovey-dovey stuff that Christians think they have of God. No, I never felt that with God. That doesn't happen. It's experiences. He comforts you, like when He put me through a command that was very, very difficult, and I cried a lot. Then He comforts you. And how does He comfort you? With more knowledge. He gives you understanding why you're being treated like this. So you come out of that session knowing that He's that's His love. He's taking you away from something that you used to fear. And every step along the way, He's taking and removing sins. Removing these fears from you. And by the time He comes, He gets you to the point where He knows it's the last day, where it's just one sin left to remove or forgive you of, I should say. That last day where He changes your genetic sin, He comes to you and asks you for your life. So, you see, all that time He's taken away sins, you're still not done with the world yet. Not until that final day He asks you for your life. That's when you give over your flesh. Now you're no longer of the world. That's called born again. When you completely leave the world, it's no more there for you. There's no more joy. There's no more happiness. There's no more excitement. There's no more anticipation. There's no more love of the worldly things. Even of family, even of friends, all that. You're there for them, but it's not the same love. It's not anything like it. It's all knowledge. It's all understanding. That's the love of God. So when I got completely freed from sins, I died in the flesh that day, and then 2 days later the thoughts start coming to me, the thoughts of truth, the knowledge, and from there I get taught everything, and that's how I've learned about the love of God. I've learned about the selfish love of the people, and I'm still learning about these things. There's never going to be an end. God is infinite. So I'll be learning for the rest of eternity about God's love. That's incredible to think of. I learn more details every single day when I write or when I speak. And that's how He teaches us. So that's why I write and speak so much. Or, at least online I do a lot of typing. I probably write a book a week. I don't know. Just this incredible amount. And I sure wish I could be doing this in person and speaking to people. Part of this is for my protection. Okay, because a lot of people are very angry with me. A lot of Christians would just as soon see me dead. And when I do go out and preach live in person to people, somebody is going to put me away. Okay, I already know that. I already know how from the knowledge. God knows everything. He saw everything in the future. He already knows I'm going to get a bullet in the forehead. And He's already showed me. So there's nothing new coming to me in that respect. I know the end of the world is coming. I know this age will be over shortly after I'm dead, and then paradise will come. And when we die, boom, we're going to wake up in a new body. And then we'll all experience God's love. The former sinners won't experience the love like us saints, former saints and prophets of Jesus. But they will know, they'll be involved in it. Because we'll speak the language of truth, the language of love, God's love. So everybody's going to be loved. But those of us in the Word will have the love in us. Now I hope this helps you understand the love of God versus the selfish love of the world. You can't have the love of God until you're sinless. Then you will experience the love of God. And that's the only way. It's the only way possible. So, by listening to this video, you're listening to the gospel being preached. And that's the only way to get you to the knowledge, the love, the truth of God. That's who He is. Thank you. Have a good night. Talk to you later.